Welcome to Fire Leo Tarot. I am a tarot reader and intuitive. Shout out to all my lovely Fire Leos. Let's see what is going on with my lovely Leos on this beautiful day. Okay, so we have, ooh, damn, Leo. Okay. We got two cards and it's pretty definitive is what I'm getting here. I am getting Aquarius energy, so let me know down below if you have Aqua somewhere highly aspected in your chart. But we have right now. Now this feels like a developing story. So something is happening right now. I feel like, Leo, you just broke up with somebody, or you just ended things, or you feel like an ending is imminent. And I feel like, Leo, you might be feeling you're not necessarily sad, you're not necessarily happy, but you're just like, it feels like you're very antsy. You're anticipating this situation. It feels like there's a lot going on with you and this person. And it feels like it's developing now, or it just happened, or it's happening very, very soon between you and your person. All right, so give me more about the situation. What's over? What's over? What's done here? Okay, we have, wow, reconciliation reverse, Leo, and lovebirds. And we have a card on the ground, which is music reverse. It's like we got to face the music here. So could be dealing with a Geminian as well. Now with lovebirds, this is like my lover's card. It feels like, Leo, the idea that you had for love when it comes to you and this person is kind of like, I don't know, it feels like it's been uprooted, or it's been mixed up. It's been chopped up and chopped and screwed, Leo, is what I feel like with this lovebirds energy. Clarify that, please, Spirit. Let's grab the tarot. Clarify that lovebirds energy, please. Oh my God, the death card, Leo. Are you serious? So something ended, or something is gonna end soon. And it feels like the connection as you know it, right? Like it feels like you and this person, whomever it is that's on your mind, you guys had an awesome connection. Also, if you need the same day written reading, let me know down below. Put your reading in. But with the death card clarifying the lovebirds, it just feels like something had to either transform or something had to end here between you and your person. So let's keep pulling. Okay, what is this? What had to transform, or what had to end here, Spirit? Because it kind of feels like the connection as you guys knew it, it's like that had to be done. All right, now the Ace of Swords is here at the bottom of the deck. So what's sticking out to me mostly is the sword, right? Like just cutting through it. And it feels like because of that, Leo, I don't think it's really set in yet that this is something that might not be sustainable, or something that won't last as long as you'd liked it to. All right, especially with the Eight of Pentacles here. So I feel like you'd been trying to make this work, or you've been putting in work in this connection for quite some time, but it just hasn't really, it hasn't worked. It has not. Okay, now from Leo's person's perspective, how is Leo's person feeling at this time? All right, we have Queen of Pentacles reverse. So Leo, it just feels like this person too feels like this connection had to at least be over or transform, because the way it was going, it just was not working. Clarify that. It's like both of you guys feel very like, I don't know if it's a sense of real relief, because it feels like to me, Leo, that because it's so recent and it's so new, or it's coming in and it's so quick, you guys don't really have time to let it really sink in. The fact that you guys are no longer a thing, or you're trying to call it quits. It's like your person seems like, yeah, we had to finish that. It wasn't working. And you might feel the same way. Clarify this. Six of Cups reverse, Leo. What is going on? This feels like two people who are in a place where it's like, nah, we're not going to reconcile. So your person at one point, they pulled this card, right? And the Six of Cups in the upright is soulmate energy. But reverse, it feels like they're just not open right now to a reconciliation, or they're not really interested in that. Okay, we even have the blank card. Look at this. Sorry, my voice is a little bit gone. But we have the blank card, so it shows that your person doesn't really know what to say. They don't really know how to act. They don't know how to feel about the situation here, Leo. And you might be feeling some type of way, because in your mind, you're like, yeah, they're probably trying to date other people, or they're no longer interested in me. And even though, Leo, like your person feels like they need a minute, they need a break to themselves. But with this Four of Cups reverse, it doesn't mean that they're going out there frolicking and just trying to hook up with anybody. It just feels like your person is kind of into their own self. They're in their own world right now. So with the Six of Cups reverse, it feels like when your person thinks about you, they knew at one point this card was upright, meaning that they felt like Leo is my soulmate. Me and Leo have this sense of wonderfulness. It's a sense of nostalgia, but like shit got crazy between you and your person, Leo. And I don't know how this transpired. Now, from Leo's person's perspective, Spirit, how did things get crazy, or like what happened? Page of Wands. A conversation, what could have been a very simple conversation turned into something much more chaotic and something much more stressful. Right? I feel like it started off cool, calm, and collected, but it ended up being something very like crazy. It was like, nah, it didn't start off like this. Give me another one. You could be dealing with the Aries. I'm also getting Scorpio energy here, Leo. All right, Scorpio season could be very significant to you as well. The Scorpio season is coming up. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So it feels like you guys were talking about, or at least thinking about, having some sort of conversation or exploring a part of your connection that you had not explored yet with the Fool card here. Could be dealing with a Gemini, all right? I'm also getting Aries energy as well as Virgo. But well, with the Fool overall, Leo, it just feels like this was uncharted territory. So you guys were either thinking about talking about something you never discussed, or you were discussing something you never really talked about. And I feel like it kind of got out of hand. And because of that, you and your person were just like, whoa, this is too much. Your person went their separate ways. You went your separate ways, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. It feels like, Leo, you know what this feels like? Your person didn't really know how to approach this conversation because it felt stressful, or it felt chaotic, or it felt like it was a lot, Leo. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles, please. Your cards are just popping out. King of Pentacles. Okay. You know what? Especially with the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Your person moves on their own time. So they can move slow as a damn snail, Leo. But I think that pisses you off. One thing about my Leo, when you're ready, you're ready. And Leo doesn't want to wait 1 second before and 1 second after. It's like, now is the time. And it feels like your person had made up in their mind that, like, no, I can be a King of Pentacles. I can get there. But the way they were going about it, Leo, was in their own pace. Because one thing about this Knight is it looks like their horse is stopped, and it is. However, your person has this energy to them where they do go forward, or they are trying to get things on the same accord here, but they do it in their own time. And I feel like for you, Leo, you kind of want things to be exactly how you want it. And I don't blame you, especially if you're waiting for super long with this shit. Like, you want something to go forward. You want to feel like you see something here, and I get that. But I'm seeing a divine pair representing that soulmate energy. So it's all over here, Leo, whether you are over this person or not. But I feel like at some point you guys had this connectedness between you two. But with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the King of Pentacles upright, it still represents a divine pair. No, it's not perfect, but it's still a pair. And it feels like that's kind of how you're seeing it, and that's still how your person is seeing it as well. Now, even though this person kind of made up their mind, Leo, because it feels like right now they don't want nothing to do with the connection. It's like, this was too much. So what is Leo's person thinking about at this time, Spirit? What's kind of on their mind at this time? The Emperor reversed, and the Chariot came out reversed as well. Bottom deck, the Hermit. The Hermit goes ghost. All right, we have Aries, Virgo energy. The Hermit goes ghost. So Leo, I don't know what happened again with that last conversation. August 1st could be significant to you. All right. But with whatever that last conversation was, your person is kind of withdrawn. You might be withdrawn as well here, Leo, and your person's doing a lot of thinking on their own. It feels like this person in their mind had a feeling of victory at some point, especially with the Emperor in the Chariot. Because remember, Leo, at some point, these cards were in the upright in your story. Now it's coming out reverse. Currently it's coming out reverse. But at one point it was upright. So your person felt that sense of like stability. They felt that sense of like, this is my person. Me and Leo are going to go the distance. Me and Leo are in a good place. Me and Leo are just great, right? But with that Chariot energy as well, it felt like they didn't quite know exactly how to get to the destination they were trying to get to with you. But they had every intention of doing so. Now with it reversed, it just feels like something recently, let me know down below, what the hell happened? It feels like something took place where it kind of changed this person's mind, or it kind of put you guys in a place where it's like, let's hold off on this for a minute. So from Leo's person's perspective, Spirit, from Leo's person's perspective, yeah, what made this person kind of pull back? The Strength card and the Moon. Wow. Somebody here has a Leo moon. All right. So you could be a Leo moon like me. All right. So now here's the thing. Also, I'm getting a Pisces energy around here somewhere. Pisces, Cancer. A lot of feelings are involved in this situation, Leo. It's not just a simple situation. There's a lot of feelings from this person's side and from your side. It feels high strung. It doesn't feel like you guys are like quite over the situation, no matter how long ago it was, or no matter how cool it might have been on the surface, it feels like you guys are still very invested, is what this feels like. At least one of you feels very invested. Now, with the Strength card coming out, Leo energy, it feels like, from your person's perspective, they felt like they needed to start pulling back on how they felt, or things that were kind of not so open or so vulnerable. They still feel this need to kind of like pull back on it. And I feel like your person was in the process of like trying to show themselves, but then they ended up stopping. All right, October 22nd could be significant. They started pulling back. And I feel like for you, Leo, that was stressful, because for you, it made you feel like kind of an outsider, or feel like this person isn't really as invested in you as they should be. I feel like it hurt your feelings, Leo. I feel like you got upset. I feel like you felt so many different emotions from this person pulling back. And from your person's perspective, it's like, no, I had to pull back because that's the only option I had. Now, why do they feel like that, though, Spirit? Like, why in their mind was this their only option, to pull back? Why was pulling back Leo's person's only option? 2 of Wands. All they know how to do is get silent, Leo. I don't know what else to tell you. We got the High Priestess for the overall energy. One thing about the High Priestess, I think we can all agree on, is that the High Priestess doesn't say a goddamn thing. Right? 11:11 on the timer. Thank you, Spirit. So it's showing that with this energy, there's nothing to be said. From your person's perspective, they feel like you know exactly what's going on. There's nothing that they have to say. There's nothing they have to make clear. There's nothing they have to straighten out. It's already obvious from your person's perspective. So therefore, they're not saying anything, Leo. Right? And it doesn't matter if you're in communication with this person or you're in no contact. At the end of the day, even if you're in communication with them, they're still not saying it. Right? So it feels like your person is just like, yeah, no, I'm not saying shit. Because with the 2 of Wands here as well, the 2 of Wands represents distance. The 2 of Wands represents needing to put some sort of space between you two, whether it's physical, emotional, but space is definitely in order for your person, for sure. Clarify that 2 of Wands. What is this person doing during this time of distance, during this time of space with my Leo? What is this person doing with this time of distance or this time of space with my Leo? The Tower, they're going through it, Leo. It's not easy. One thing about it, Leo, being disconnected from the Leo is not easy, okay? Because your person is literally going through their own Tower moment right now when it comes to you. And I feel like because of that, your person is in a space where it's like, I can't reach out. I can't say anything. I don't know what to say. Because your person is literally experiencing a true, like, upheaval in their own life. And it's been very stressful for your person. Tell me about the nature of this Tower, please, Spirit. I'm going to pull from a different deck. Tell me about the nature of this Tower. Because Leo's person is experiencing a Tower moment over whatever is going on between them two. Tell me about this Tower. What is this Tower for Leo's person? What is this Tower, please? Oh, the World card reversed, Leo. Okay, bottom of the deck, the 4 of Pentacles. And the Emperor is here. All right, upright. Remember, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. If you remember, Leo, we had this Emperor reversed, but this Emperor is upright. Okay? So what that kind of signals to me is that your person is not really in a place of like a made up mind. And I'm saying that because at some point your person's like, yeah, nah, this ain't it. I'm not talking to Leo. This is too much. It's too stressful. But then there's a part of your person that's still holding on. They're holding on to the idea of you guys having this wonderful connection. You guys making things work. You're still holding on to that idea. Although in their mind, they don't know how to make the logistics of it work. How do I make this work? Like, how do me and Leo get past this hump? How do we get over this chaos in our connection? Now, for me, what also really like makes this whole thing extra stressful for your person with that Tower moment, we got the Tower. We got the World card reversed. In the upright, it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm still standing on it. I'm done. But now that we have the Emperor with the World card reversed, your person has not made up their mind about how exactly, Leo, to move forward. They haven't figured it out. In their mind, they still have this like say you have you're going to knock on somebody's door because you're going to give them flowers. The person opens it up and say, fuck you and your flowers. And they close the door in your face. And you're still standing there with your flowers. That's what this feels like. Like your person is still standing here with the flowers. Almost like, wait, but at one point, I wasn't ready for it. At one point, I wasn't ready to be an Emperor. now I feel ready, and I'm kind of just standing here, and Leo's not doing anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm very passive. I'm not going after it. Leo's not going after it, but I'm still standing here. It feels like kind of shell shocked. Like this person's in that moment of feeling like it should be working out, but it's not. And it's almost like your person hasn't quite processed the fact that it's not working, Leo. All right. So I don't know exactly how they act when they're trying to release you, but it's hard. So I feel like you've already gone through that cycle with them. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, Leo. So maybe they're still open to you, or they're still like trying to see about what's going on with you. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles, right? Like, so in their mind, they still have this very like vivid picture or this vivid imagination of what this connection should look like. Okay, give me more on this person's most current energy toward my Leo. Ooh, we got player energy, but it's reversed. All right, so I don't know. Maybe this person wasn't choosing you, Leo, and in their mind, they're like, they have to now or something. All right, bottom of the deck, we have temporary split with their most current energy toward you. So, Leo, I'm taking it to the extended. This will be a video recorded extended. I'm going to overturn these cards, and I'm going to get your person's next actions toward you, how they're truly feeling but do not have the courage to say, as well as what you don't see coming. And I'm also going to get the likely outcome. So, Leo, if you are interested, everything will be down below in the description to the extended. I'll see you in a minute.